Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk you through the books that I read in October. So I didn't actually have too much reading time in October. I've been very busy. I was also in hospital for part of it and then trying to recover from meds after that they gave me. So I was a bit knocked out more than usual. But I did manage to read 5. So the first one is called The Plant Pot. Now this is technically an advanced read because it's not actually out. I think it releases on the 3rd of December, but it's by Alicia Lloyd. I'm the editor. We just did one round of editing, so like nothing crazy. But it did mean that I obviously got to read it early. But I did enjoy it. I feel like because Alicia is actually only 17 and she's got quite a few books out now and I've read them all, and seeing the growth from like her first debut that she put out, which was Murderboard, compared to now with The Plant Pot, like it's insane. Like her writing ability has climbed massively. Like you can tell how hard she works as an author, like how passionate she is, and it's been really fun seeing like the developments in her writing capabilities. So that was really good. It's kind of like she calls it a thriller. I'd say it's probably more of a mystery. There weren't any bits where I was like, oh, kind of, you know, but the whole way through, like the first read through, I was just like, wait, no, who actually, like, what's happened to this missing teenage girl? Like, what's going on? So it's got quite like a good hook to pull you in, and then the main character is also quite relatable in that like she feels like she doesn't like fully fit in anywhere and like no one's like listening to her properly, and she just feels this connection with the missing girl and she has to know what happens, and I love that so much. So yeah, that's the first book. Next up is Hollow City, which I think is book 3 in the Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children series. You might have already seen, but on my YouTube channel a few weeks ago, I did upload a reading vlog with the first 3 books in the Miss Peregrine series. I will be doing a part 2 for the other 3 books because I've only read the first 3, and then I'll do a part 3 with like the spin-off books as well. So there's going to be a whole thing at some point. I'll get to it eventually. But yeah, so that was book 2. I also read Library of Souls, which is book 3, and I won't lie, because I read them for a reading vlog, they did kind of mesh together, so I'm going to talk about them together. I really enjoyed them. I think I gave them like 4.5 or something like that, if I remember correctly. Because it's a world that pulls you in so easily, and the writing style is so easy to get into as well. There was just so much going on, it was kind of hard to remember it all. Like you see a lot of different places. What I will say though is I loved the World War II aspect of this one, and like seeing, I know this sounds a bit weird, but like seeing London during the war and like the bombs and like the effect on people, I thought it was presented really well, and it was quite interesting to see like the peculiar children like rushing through that, just to add to the chaos. So I really enjoyed that. That was one of my favourite bits, but I'm fascinated by World War II. I love learning about it, reading about it, all that good stuff, so I'm not surprised that I enjoyed that. I thought book 3 was okay. I just didn't really like the settings as much in that one. I think I gave that the lowest rating, I think maybe 4. I can't remember. Ooh. Yeah, I wasn't like as sold on that, but there was a lot in terms of plot development that was really important for the story, and it has ended it on the thing of like, where are we going to take this? Because I've not read book 4, 5 and 6. I don't know what's going to happen, and yeah, so I will say that it ends on quite high stakes. The 4th book that I read was Rewitched. Now, I think it was last week when at the time I'm posting this, I actually uploaded a chatty review of Rewitched and Uncharmed together, but I read Uncharmed in November, but I read Rewitched in October. So I'll talk about that a little bit, but not too much, because I have already done like a whole chatty review of it on there. For me, this book was really good. I read it very, very quickly. I think in like 2 days or something like that, which I work quite a lot, so the fact I've managed to do that means it was a good book when I was reading it. But I don't remember anything. Nothing. Well, I know there was a bookshop, and then there was a mystery man that walked into the bookshop, and there was some sort of like magical society kind of thing, but everything else straight over my head. I just think the pacing was a bit off in that one, compared to Uncharmed, which was paced a lot nicer. However, I will say I hate the ending of Uncharmed, and the ending of Rewitched felt very rushed, but I did love the cozy vibes, and it was very autumnal, and I was like, yay, I love this when I was reading it. So it was good in the moment. It's just not a book I think that's going to stick with me after one read through. So I'm probably gonna have to rethink how many stars I gave it, because I think I gave it like 4.5. I don't think it's a 4.5 anymore. I think probably more like 3.5 if I'm honest. And I gave Uncharmed 3.75, so that would kind of make sense that they're in the same ballpark. However, I am really excited for book 3, because like she's just going to get better with every book, and like you could definitely see for Rewitched to Uncharmed that she'd already improved her writing. So I'm just excited to see like what she does next, basically. Then the last book that I read in October was called The Grimoire Grammar School Parent Teacher Association. Bit of a tongue twister. I really enjoyed this one though. I was laughing out loud like a lot in this one. I don't usually like react verbally to books. When I do every so often, and I'm like proper going for it, but the other side of that spectrum is that I'm just reading, just turning the pages. This was not one of those. Oh my god, it had me cackling. I'm not even a parent. I shouldn't be like finding all this funny. Like there were so many like inside jokes and things like that, and like I don't like, I'm trying like not to spoil anything here, but the way that they like mixed the magical plot with like general parenting and playground politics, I thought it was really funny and clever. However, again, I don't remember anything that happened in terms of plot now. I just enjoyed it when I was reading it, and sometimes those types of books are okay. But yeah, it's not one that's going to stick with me, but I think that's fine because I can reread it a year from now and not remember it. So I'm not going to complain. So those were the 5 books that I read in October. I'm hoping to read a bit more than 5 in November, because every single year I try and reach 100 books for my Goodreads goal. I've done it for the last few years and I'm on 73, and it's the 12th of November right now. It's a bit worrying, but I have read 2 books in November so far. I've read Uncharmed, as I said, and I've just finished The Future of Geography yesterday. I'm currently reading, why not bring it up, Secrets of the Dead by Laura Carter. She's another indie author as well. This is my second read through, but I'm going to annotate it this time. Oh my god, and when I got book 4, it came with this bookmark. Obsessed. So I'm using that for this. But yeah, so I'm reading that again. I'm also going to start Caraval really soon, and I'm currently reading on my Kindle. I always try and read a Kindle book and a physical book. I'm reading the 3rd Lord of the Rings. I can't remember what it's called. I'm 19% through that though. But yeah, that's what I'm currently reading, but I do need to like, you know, kick my ass into gear a bit and read a little bit more. But yeah, so that's what I read in October. It's what I'm reading now, and yeah, let me guys no, that's not how you English, Faith. Please let me know in the comments what you guys are currently reading, or anything that you've read recently that you've absolutely loved. I'd love to hear about it. And if you did enjoy this video, then please like, comment, subscribe. All of those things take you like literally like a few seconds to do, but it massively boosts my channel. And if you like my content, then please follow my socials. I think they're all linked below as well, but I'm pretty much FaithFawcett everywhere. And then I'm FaithFawcettBooks on Etsy, where I sell signed books because I'm an author. And you can see a few of them up here. I'm very low on stock though at the moment. Oops. But yeah, so that would be really cool. But I hope you have a super lovely day or evening, night, whatever time it is for you. And yeah, I will see you next time.